The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the June 8th fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, no problem. Let those fingers do the walking. Just go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, inside our Tiger's Den, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on fantastic, fabulous Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow at 40 points, 25,282 is the print. S&P's up 4 at 2773. NASDAQ off 6 points, 7146. Semis are down almost 1%, 13 points. Russell's up 3.5. Trannies are up a bit. Gold is doing nothing. Probably won't do anything for a bit of time out here. Silver doing nothing. Not a zip zilch. Light sweet crude back 24 cents. Leading the charge to the upside, it is Chipotle up $8 and change, nearly 2%. ABIO Med, not really sure how to pronounce it, but it is up nearly 2% or $7. Booking Holdings up 7. AutoZone up 7. Assembly Biosciences up about 6. To the downside, it is MKS Instruments getting clobbered, down $8.50 or nearly 7.77%. Not even nearly. It is 7.77%. They are ringing the cash register on that one. Million shares to the downside. I believe that's pretty decent volume. Broadcom, AVGO down nearly $6 or 2%. You've got, what do we have here? Smart Global. That's off about $4. So we have some things to take a look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. And our first request on the request line, this comes from Scott. And Scott says, Steve, can you go over VRX today? Love the show. I love that you love the show. So let's go take a look at Valiant Pharmaceuticals out here. And Scott, you didn't give me a lot of information. I'm going to look at it, but I think you want me to go over. And, you know, you're probably asking the question, has this bottomed? Let's play that game. Has this bottomed? And the way that we easily play that game is we always look for Stevie's favorite pattern that forms at bottoms. It forms at tops too. And if we take a look at Valiant Pharmaceuticals, we look at the long-term chart, that would be monthly, you can see it has both of those patterns, both at the highs and now at the lows. So has Valiant Pharmaceuticals bottom? It has. Where are prices going to run to? If we take it a monthly time frame chart, you would use the high of, I hate when my chart does this, but you would look at the high of August 2016. And that level is 32.75. Does not mean that it has to stop there. It's about another $7 from where it's trading right now, $25 and change. But that is the next target out here. Now, it's not exactly out of the woods just yet because its price oscillator is still below zero, but it is riding and rising. Yeah, let's go with rising. And as long as it stays above $6.43, that would be a big drop from 25.78. Things look mighty fine. If we take a look at a weekly time frame chart, let's get an assessment out here with Stevie's tool. Well, you can see that it was also bottoming and doing the same thing out here. Now, I would have given you on a weekly basis, I would have said, hey, we need to grab the high of either the week of January 5th, the 12th, or the 19th, because those three candle sessions made up that evening star pattern. It looks like it is the high of the 19th, and that is 24.37. You are now above that. We'll go see if you're above that with volume. That would just be like icing on the cake out here. Let's go do that now. But volume or not, this is breaking out above resistance on a weekly time frame. The weekly time frame volume. So, of course, we know there is a wall of worry. All you have to do is come back here. So, really, to look at this, I've got to get rid of a lot of that left side action out here. And the action Jackson that we want is the volume. Let's see, what was the high? 24.41. So, really was 24.43. The week of January 1st, 2018. Volume there, 72 million shares. Looks like you're going to be a little light because you're at 57 right now. What does this do on a daily basis? Give or take 10 million. Well, you're actually going to be, what did we say? We said 72, and you're up with 57. So it's close. Probably no cigar because we have several hours that are gone in the day out here. Nonetheless, and this is making A to B equals CD patterns. Those of you that are longtime listeners to Tom's show out here, you know that he used to teach one principle. Once you start making A to B equals CD patterns, such as this one on a weekly basis, you just keep making them. Well, there's your first one, took it to its highs. Curious, did that B point get passed with volume? 187 million was passed with 106, so no, it wasn't. So see, you can't just use volume. You can, but you'll get snookered, and I don't want you to get snookered. I want you to use all the tools that are out here. So now what you've got is you've got the next A, you've got the next A to B equals CD pattern on a weekly basis. That's going to give us a price projection of, what is it, Johnny? 27.93 to 31.60. That's what the weekly time frame chart shows us. So thanks for pointing that out to us. I hope that review of Valiant assists you with your trading. You might ask the question, well, where is the next buy point? You know, if you look at the daily chart, what is the daily chart doing here? That volume on January 12th was 10 million shares. Well, that looks like that was taken out, with conviction, 13, and then 20 million shares. So the question is, will this pull back? Or where would this pull back to? What I would take a look at is Stevie's red line on the daily basis out here. If you're hankering to get in, I'd say pull back to about 24.17, would probably be the level to be paying attention to. That is in ticker symbol VRX, Valiant, which has definitely bottomed. We've got another question out here. This comes in from, hi, Steve. I'd like your thoughts on a possible entry into Qualcomm for longer-term holding, 6 to 12 months. Well, let's see if we can assist you with that. QCOM is a ticker symbol. I see we're coming up into a breakout here. So we'll go take a look at Qualcomm from 64.75. That's the only name I've got out here. Don't know what that is, but nonetheless, we'll look at Qualcomm from an intermediate term standpoint. Right now, just trying to get up into the price area of about 64.72 before it really releases a piece of information to us. But we'll go see what other morsels we can find. Yeah, I'm talking about chocolate chip cookie, dark chocolate morsels. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 42, S&P's up 4. Let's go to Ormond Beach and speak with Mike. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Steve, I'm doing great. I'm looking at Salesforce.com, trading symbol CRM.
Yes.
And it looks like we made some kind of a top. And do you think that could be a longer-term top that could be shortable, maybe down to 125? Or do you think this is just going to, test the first area of support and keep on heading up?
So let's try to answer that question as best we can. It does look like to me it also made a short-term top out here. Did not complete the full A to B equals CD price projection at 137.84, but you did get the bearish reversal candle yesterday, and today's follow through is actually there. Even though it looks like it's a trading to the upside, it's because of where it opened. So you have the A to B equals CD pattern. You also have price pushing higher, doing less relative energy. That was a few days ago. We're in wave number 7. That occurred yesterday out here. Price needs to close, though, below Stevie's red line. That's like 132.04. Okay. So if it doesn't do that, to a certain extent, not that if you were right, the reward risk would be better for you. But the problem is that if this still contains its rising price oscillator above zero, and that's what it would mean if it closed above Stevie's red line, then moving up to 137.84 would be what it would be trying to do. Now you have a brand new daily profile formed today. 134.79 is its number. That could be resistance out here. You asked about 125. The bottom of its daily box is 127.08. Okay. So it's possible, but I'd rather you get some type of confirmation on Salesforce. It's strong. It's super strong.
Right. If
we look at the weekly time frame, it says you're not going to get a pullback much beyond 129.96 right now, and I don't see anything that shows that the weekly time frame shows that it's topping. And you use the word maybe a longer-term pullback, so I don't see it on the weekly chart, and I don't see it on the monthly chart out here. So looks very strong. I don't see the weakness, at least with regard to the patterns that you and I like to trade.
Okay, so pretty much if we get a pullback to support, it would be most likely something worth buying to go long.
It would, yeah. I mean, the way that the daily, the weekly, and the monthly charts are trading, it's above support. Period. So yes, any pullback to support on the daily would in fact be a buying opportunity. And that's on Salesforce Innovation (CRM). All right, my friend.
Thank you.
Hey, you bet. Thanks so much for calling. Let's go out to California and speak with Garo. Garo, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm very good, sir. How about you, sir?
Very good. Thanks so much for asking. And Square is the target of the call today. Tell us what you're doing, how I can help you.
I think, of course, I think that this is going to be a pullback on Square. I need your opinion, of course. Either on a weekly chart towards $51, 50 or 51, which is the 21-day simple moving average on weekly.
Yes.
Or this is consolidating, and it is going to roll up and go up from here to a new high. And my new high, the first one is 64.38, and the next one is 65.99.
Okay.
What is your idea?
So with regard to Square, and I'm taking a look at, so we've got the daily chart up on our screen, and for those folks that are listening, and this chart here has the Garo set of tools, a parabolic SAR that he uses. Those are the blue dots on my screen, and then the four different moving average, simple moving averages that Garo uses: 5, 21, 50, 200. He's a master at this, and I suggest that you check out his screen with those sets of tools on there as well. First, I'm going to start with a weekly time frame chart for you, and because you mentioned a pullback to 51, and the first level that I would need to see pierced would be 57.35. On a weekly time frame, what Square is doing, it continues to move higher and does so with less relative energy, but that alone is not a means you've got to, that it's a sell. Just means that it doesn't have the type of energy that you'd like to see, and just says caution. That's all. Just caution. A pullback to 57.35 on this, would be a natural buying area. But there's nothing here on the weekly chart that says that that's what it wants to do. Just want to get the bigger picture in my mind before I answer your question. I'm going to look at the monthly chart is also beginning to rise with less relative energy. So let me come take a look at the daily time frame. And what is the daily doing? And if we take a look at the daily, what price did yesterday, even though it was a bearish reversal candle, a bear sash, all it did was test Stevie's red line. It needed follow through today, Garo, in my book, which would have been a close at least under 60.73 in order to say that, okay, it's ready to short. I know the parabolic SARS gave that message a couple of days ago, but right now I see this as only coming back to support. Let's assume that the parabolic SAR dots are more accurate than what I'm taking a look at. Then I would say as a target, my first target, probably right around where you're taking a look at, would be the level of the swing or the candle session from May 19th. That low is $53. Not too far from your 51. But I would also need to see it close below my red line value, because otherwise this still has a rising price oscillator above zero. And the only way I can make that call is it's still bullish as of 1:24 in the afternoon.
Yes, I agree with you. This is not a short at all. This is just a small pullback. It may or it may not.
That's right.
Yeah, but how far that pullback is going to go up? Is this today's the last day? From Monday, this is going to shoot up, or if it pulls back, you're thinking that it's going to go to $53?
If it did, it had to go. The charts do not suggest that that's what it's going to do. Okay, so my charts do not say that it wants to do that. But you had mentioned, hey, okay, maybe this is going to pull back to the 51. In order for that to happen, I had to give you what I would need to see on my charting system in order for that to occur. What we know is that 2 days ago, it made a high with 8.6 million shares. You're pushing into that level today with 6 million shares already. It's pushing highs with volume. And yesterday was 14 million. Just it's moving sideways. Right now, it's just consolidating out here.
It's sideways. That's right. It's not a pullback, but I wonder how far is it. At what price would you buy it if you want to go long? Would you buy it here, or you would wait and you see that if it goes a little bit lower?
I'd wait. I wouldn't buy it here at 61.78. I might consider buying it if it closed over 62.14. Where would I buy it? I would buy it at 56.58 as we speak right now. That would be the level that I would be looking at to hold their support. I'd want to make sure it wasn't barreling down into that with volume, though. But I think that Square has a to B equals CD pattern on a weekly chart that should take it into the 68.04 level over time. So I think it still wants to move higher.
Yes, over time, yeah. Where do you think it's going to break out?
Oh, I don't. Hey, Garo, we're just going to a hard break. Just hang on. We'll try to answer that question when we come right back. And then we'll go to Scott in Colorado Springs and take a look at Facebook. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
folks, we're taking a look at Square with our good friend Garo in California, and their last question was, where do I think it will break out, or maybe what's the signal that would be ready to break out and continue it, move to higher price out here? And Garo, on my chart that I'm showing you right now, I'm pointing to a market profile that formed on between April 30th and May 15th, and what that has in common with the current box out here is that it was bearish in structure. And what I mean by that is the center line or point of control where both buyers and sellers are most comfortable with price was closer to the top of the box than the bottom. This says that this is where sellers are lined up in that center to the top of the box. And when they get overrun, that's when you can say, okay, you have a breakout signal. Since we have, in essence, the same structure of a box, that's going to be my answer, that 62.14 level that I gave you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put price back on the screen so that we can see what happened back here. And on the trading day of May 2nd, price closed above that level. And in essence, other than a pullback intraday on the following day, price took off from there. It broke a strong level of resistance out here. So we don't really have any of this left side resistance to really stop things from continuing to move higher. And I would say you would either be a buyer at 56.58. Check back with me, though, if it gets down there. I would like to see what happened on a weekly time frame chart, or a close above the top of that box at 62.14. That's what I see. That would be the pattern that would be worth noting out here.
I see. I have 62.25.
Okay.
Yeah, 62.25. That's where I'm going to buy it. I don't think it's going to go to 63 or 62 or 50 or 57. None of this. It's going to go sideways, maybe a day or two. But my order is going to go on 62.25. I was going to. So yours is 62.13.
Yeah, 62.14. But let's not squibble over 11 pennies out here. I like it. I think you very well may be right. And if it does pull back, it very likely is the buy point out here. So that's what I look at. And so you have two different systems. And in essence, we are in 11 cents of each other with regard to when the buy signal, the breakout would be. I love that. It'll make me sleep easier tonight.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Thanks so much.
You too as well. You too. That was Garo in California. Let's go out to Colorado Springs and speak with Scott. Scott, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Very, very good. Good to hear your voice. And how are things in Colorado Springs these days?
Hot. It's hot out here.
Hot. It can't be.
Yes.
Well,
probably not as hot as down there, but it's hot here.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, we're in full summer mode in June. So, you go out for, it makes it tough to play golf, but that's okay. So you want to take a look at Facebook. Tell us what you're doing, how I can help you.
Well, a couple days ago, I kind of saw what might have been an island reverse, a 3-day island reversal. But I'm thinking that you're going to tell me that the candle on the 6th negated that.
There's no island reversal, period.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. In order for there to be the concept of an island, and the easiest way for me to show it right now for folks out there is just to go to the NDX. I'm going to switch charts to do that, and then I'll turn a couple of things off. And then I want you to go back and catch the archive of this or something, just to take a look at what my definition of a true island reversal is. And so if we look at, let me turn these profiles off. There we go. So what I want you to notice in the NDX 100 is the trading session that includes March 9th, March 12th, March 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. And what I want you to notice about that formation was that on the trading day of March 8th, the actual high inside of the NDX 100 was 69.71. And it gaps up, and the very low of the next session never comes close, never touches the high of the prior session. So that takes care of element number one of a possible island top out here. What actually turned it into an island top is the trading session of March 19th, when it gaps to the downside. And the high of that session never touches the low of any of those sessions inside of that island. That's what created the actual island. So think of an island, you know, as truly being stranded. You need to get a boat in order to get in there. There is no dirt road that takes you up here. It's disconnected from everything, and that truly would be the island top. And whereas if we take it to, well, maybe I was looking at Ford. Hold on a minute here. I had Ford up on my screen, but that's okay. No island top here because it doesn't meet those requirements where the gap, so to speak, is disconnected. We still have pieces of land, so to speak, Scott, that are touching each other in Facebook out here. So you want to just simply you want to see on your charting system a true separation of land. That means the prior high at the top to the low of the candle session you're looking at, and when you get to that gap to the downside, it also left everybody behind. And that's the best way to that. And that's what an island top would be. For an island bottom for folks out there, I think I have to go back fairly far. But J.P. Morgan, here's the ideal island bottom. And it was basically a 3-day session, which takes you back really to February 11th of 2016. And Scott, on February, the day prior, the low was 55.47. The high on the following session when it gapped down was 53.91. And then that very next session is where you got your entire island. It still exists out there. And there are people who say that gaps get filled, and maybe they do. But you can't trade. You got to look at gaps as your friend for both support and resistance and breakout or breakdowns. And that certainly was a breakout. That was J.P. Morgan back at the island. That's why we pay attention. That's why Scott's asking at 53.76. And where's it trading right now? 110 buckaroonies. So I don't see the island top inside of Facebook. But does that help you out? Am I doing a decent enough job from an explanation standpoint of what to be looking for?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Now, that would take me on to my next question. Okay. I have some bear spreads on Facebook. My short strike is 195, I think it is. Yep. Do you see Facebook take? I know you're expecting the Nasdaq to continue higher.
Over time, for sure.
Yes. Right. Do you would you expect Facebook to take out its highs in the near future?
I think so. Are you going to base your decision on just Facebook's chart? Or are you going to look at the overall indice and say, hey, if the indice is not cracking, then I'm taking my money and running?
I think a guy has to keep one eye on the Nasdaq and another eye on whatever stock he's trading.
Okay, so then what you don't like is what you're seeing right now. I don't know how the day ends out here inside the Nasdaq. But if it had an opportunity to crack, yesterday was the message, and the message was it was a key reversal session up at resistance, the prior high, an A to B equals CD pattern, the whole 9 yards, the whole kit and caboodle. Scott, stay on the line. We'll come back and finish this off. Facebook and the Nasdaq. We get right back to this break.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Scott in Colorado Springs, and we're trying to answer the question, is Facebook going to go lower? If it does, how much lower? Does Scott go ahead and take his profits on this trade out here as we speak? So with regard to Facebook specifically, what I'm going to focus on just for a few moments here is just what Garo and I did, so that, we remain consistent. And what we can see out here is there is a daily box that it is trading, was trying to trade within. And this formed out here on June 5th. And yesterday, it tried pushing down into it. It got to that level where buyers and sellers were comfortable, the point of control, 187.83. And what it's doing today, and that's a bearish structured box, slightly bearish because the center line closer to the top. And if this closes above the top of that box at 188.36 today, then then the only call that I can make, the conservative call, is, geez, this thing may not be ready to go down, not just yet. And if it does, you're looking at 184.65 as that spot. And, so you've got some put positions. You've got to deal with premium issues. If it closes underneath 188.36, then at least what you have is something that says, okay, I can see where this would head down to 184.65, at least, and test that area on Facebook. Does that help?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
so the second,
and I'll just keep a real keen eye on it. And
yes.
And
so let me give you one other thing to look at. So one other thing. So let's say today, this afternoon, people say, it's summertime. I get into the weekend. When the cat's away, the mice are going to play, and they push prices down. What you're looking for is you're also looking for the September contract for the NQ to close below 71.4520. So far, all prices done is tested and rejected Stevie's red line. That's in the NQ out there. If both of those, if prices are traded by the top of the box, the NQ is trading above this red line, it's not worth the risk. It's just not worth it. And then I'll say there's another tool I've been working on for quite a while for subscribers, and it looks like this. I'll be spending more time over the weekend. But in essence, it takes nearly all of my tools that I have used to be able to get that #1 rating by Timers Digest and packs it into a system where I can punch up any any instrument and take a look at on different time frames. Here I've got daily, weekly, and monthly. And we take a look at Facebook itself on the daily. This thing is reading as strong bull, which it is. Weekly is the strongest bull. It's been there for more than 5 weeks. That's why there's no color. And then the monthly posture is the strongest bull case as well. So there is not a lot of weakness when I take a look at what Facebook is doing. We have some callers that are asking about Qualcomm, Florida Solar, and TAO. So this one's tough. I'm not seeing the type of patterns that you would see where you would see some type of significant top of something that's been running higher that's very bullish on all those time frames out there. All right?
Okay. I surely look forward to that, Steve, because your OUL changed the face of my trading 150% since you let that be known. It's just it's such an incredible tool.
Yes. I think so too, and I'm glad that it's helping you out, and everybody else in the audience as well out there. So that's what we're all here. We're all this is one team. We're like the Washington Capitals. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Scott, thanks so much.
Weekend,
take care.
Steve.
You too as well. All right. So there was a question about Qualcomm, and callers come first. So that's just simply the deal. That's a deal we all have to agree to. If you're going to take the time to call, you absolutely come first. But it's Qualcomm, and I don't remember what the request was out here. But look, if I go back to just simply what is the message of the markets on a daily, weekly, and a monthly standpoint. In the case of Qualcomm, you can see on the weekly and the monthly, this thing is just in a consolidation. It's a bearish mode, but it's a bearish consolidation out here, whereas the daily picture may have changed first. This has made its way into the strong bull camp out there. So let's go spend a little time with regard to the daily time frame chart for Qualcomm. What does it need to do in order to stay in that strong bull camp? It's got to stay above the top of that TAS market profile. That's 59.64. That's the first thing that it's got to do. If I come over here and take a look at Stevie's red line on a daily chart, let's go see where that is, because these levels, in essence, that's a monthly chart. We want to look at the daily time frame. So let's just give it a second to go take. So 59.21 would be an ideal buy area. So it did pull back a bit. It's got Stevie's other Rhodes momentum trading indicators, those red boxes out here. Now, price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. Let's just do our wave count on the way up, just in wave number 4. So no bearish reversal candle, but see that green dash line out here? That's a little Tommy DeMark, in this case, resistance level. Price got right up there and found resistance. So what do you do out here? There is no bearish reversal candle in this as we speak just yet. And if you're looking to get in this, I'd say by the 59.21 level, 59.64, something like that. Here's what and you can scale in if that's what you're looking to do. If you see price close underneath 59.64, then your buy area becomes 56.75 to 57.11. Scott and Garo and I were taking a look at bearish structured boxes. Qualcomm has a bullish structured box if price were ever to get back into it. Center line being closer to the bottom than to the top out there. So I hope that helps you out with regard to what we're looking at in Qualcomm. The next question that came in was from Jerry, and Jerry wants to look at IWO. And the question is, did IWO reach a top out here? So let's go take a look at IWO. We'll use it, do it using a couple of tools out here. So in IWO, you got a bearish reversal candle yesterday. So it says possible, because yesterday was a bearish engulfing. But what else did it do? Just like Scott said, Stevie's red line is an extraordinary tool out there. And if you're not familiar with it and you want to become familiar with it, there's a workshop that I can put on your members page. You just got to come over, become a subscriber. You put down a credit card for the next 30 days. If you don't like my service, you cancel it. It doesn't cost you anything out there. But you will get access to the knowledge of how this tool works. And right now, all price did out here, Jerry, is come down and test Stevie's red line of 206.53. And your question is, has the IWO reached a top? And the answer is no. And if we take a look at the IWO, we just simply come back and in one instance, because if you're a newsletter subscriber, you're going to get access to some extraordinary information out here that I've been working on. And it won't all be complete, I don't think, this weekend. Take a huge gargantuan effort, but it's really close. And the information you do get, forget about what's not done. Think of what is done. And in this case here, IWO says, hey, the daily posture, this thing is still in the strongest bull mode. It has been for more than 5 days. That's why there's no color. But if we take a look at the weekly and the monthly, it too is in the strongest bullish mode. So in order for this thing to top, any kind of serious top, it has to have one of Stevie's patterns out there. And it doesn't. It just simply doesn't on the daily. It doesn't on the weekly. And it doesn't on the monthly. IWO looks mighty, mighty strong. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So John in Sarasota is asking the question, will TAO, which is a China real estate ETF out there, his question is, do you see TAO going up in the next 2 weeks? And if we just simply utilize Stevie's tool out here, I've always dreamed of being able to assist everyone with an extraordinary set of tools out there. First, I have to make sure that it works, so I become the guinea pig. And then once it works, then I'm able to go ahead and take things out to subscribers, like Scott is a subscriber, long-term subscriber out here. And it's nice to be able to figure out how to be able to communicate to you in a second what some position is doing on multiple time frames. In this case here, we're just using daily, weekly, and monthly. TAO shows up as being bullish on my daily chart. So yes, that says it wants to run higher. Weekly chart, strongest bull. Well, it doesn't get stronger than that. And on the monthly chart, strongest bull as well. So there's no bull about it, John. It looks like TAO does want to run higher. Whether it's the next 2 weeks, don't hold me to the exact timing. That piece of the tool I haven't been able to figure out. We've got a question from Tamar about Florida First Solar. What do you think about playing First Florida Solar for a short-term dead cat bounce out here? FSLR is the ticker symbol. And what do I think about that? Man, you take a look at Florida Solar, not Florida, First Solar out here, short-term bounce. I'm going to have to go with the Ixnay on the short-term bounce. If we take a look at the daily chart out here, because that's what you're asking about, in the case of First Solar, let's go ahead and let this thing populate. This is the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks disgusting as well. It says it wants lower price. And in this case here, there's just simply no sign of a bottom. And it did form a nice hammer candle a couple of days ago, but you can't trade just off of candlesticks. It's got to complete some patterns out here. So I say keep that money in your pocket. Let's relook at First Solar after it trades on Monday. Maybe we'll change our tune then. Folks, thanks so much for being here this week. Always great to hear from all of you. Thanks for sending your cards and letters, phone calls. I look forward to picking back up with you come Monday morning. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.